5'10".
So your job now is kind of the same as what you were doing.
Left. Actually, it's different. So the job that I had before, I was in the applications engineering department, which is assisting our customers using the product that we had. So I wasn't doing as much product development. But the thing is, so that was the department I was in. We started deploying a lot of EV chargers, and these EV chargers, they're getting installed without any monitoring. So we had no idea if they were up, running, if there was a fault or anything. And that's where I was thinking, oh, I know how to do a monitoring system for that. So I just created it and made it so that it was available to our internal folks within service and engineering. And it was just initially a prototype, and it was supposed to be replaced by something. But 2 years after, it's still the prototype that's being used. Now they're finally getting to the point of having more of a customer-focused interface, and they were starting the process of integrating the system that I created with this next gen system. So that was neat to see that it lasted that long and has been behaving that well. Oh, you know what, buddy? We might go right. I don't know about this one over on the left. It doesn't show up on the map.
Well, it shows up on that sign.
Well, it seems straight.
So we could try it out.
Oh, is that a different mountain bike trail?
It's a different mountain bike trail that's not on the map.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm fine with whatever.
This
We could even do this
Under
loop, and then we could come back and
I'd be happy with
explore
that.
afterwards
Yeah.
if we wanted.
No, I don't want to explore. I just want to get over it.
Okay, well you can
You could read.
do the loop. and
Let's
then
do this loop and you could read.
you could read.
What's the name of the trail we're on?
Slate Creek. And that one's Ponderosa. And I don't know where Ponderosa goes. But this is Slate Creek.
We're going through all this stuff, and he pulls up he's like, oh look, I got this email from you like back in February. And it was like, it was something like, congratulations, and then
Sorry.
like, check your financial aid on the website so you log in, and it's like, oh.
So I guess I was working more on the last year and a half, 2 years on that monitoring system. And so with my new job, it's more to identify what new products our company should be working on, potentially building out the prototype, the initial phase of it, and then, or working with other team members, you know, to build out those prototypes. So that's the fun thing, is it's new stuff. Very specialized power plant controllers for solar, stationary energy storage, potentially wind if we get a project. We've been talking to some folks about it. So it's very much a niche in the industry. It's work that I had been doing previous to the last company I was working at. It's a small company. We only have around 25 employees. And one thing that's helped just in the last week, they got a portfolio signed with a customer, portfolio of 20 projects, quite a lot of power. So that's good to see. That helps out with the job security. But I'm excited for the learning and working with some new things, being able to set the path on some product decisions and things, and also just doing the initial implementations. I like that stuff too.
What did you want to switch jobs?
So the last job, morale has been really low in the US because they keep restructuring, but really they'll like let one person go or two. And I think that's incredible. The people that they let go are good. They're not like underperformers. They are good, but what we're seeing is they like to replace the US based employees with folks from Spain because it's a company based out of Spain. And so it looks like they're incentivizing attrition and driving it with restructures. And so people are going, and they're not appropriately staffing some things too, to try to staff more in Spain instead of the US. So, you know, when I was contacted back in April from this other firm, they reached out, you know, I was pretty receptive. I mean, the thing is, like on LinkedIn, I'll get inquiries quite often, and even with previous coworkers, and I'll talk to them for a bit, but then kind of be like, identify that the position maybe is more junior than I wanted to be, or wasn't as interesting. So the one in April, when they reached out, I was like, okay, that sounds more interesting.
Does the new climate bill help you?
Yeah. Well, I don't see that it's going to be hurting us, but I haven't read it or looked into some of the news articles much. Just from headlines, I see that it's going to be helping. Actually, it might be helping more the company that I used to be at, because the company I was at before, they do solar inverters, stationary energy storage, and starting 2 years ago, we'll ask them if they want to keep going or not, but I could keep writing with you. How about at the top of something, so that way when we start, it's a nice easy start. No, just a subtle top. Like, it doesn't need to be the tippy top, it just is a tiny little